Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're doing my bullet journal setup for October. October is literally just around the corner, and I am a bit late posting this video, but I'm happy I'm still posting it. So if you're new here, don't forget to like this video and comment down below which was your favorite segment, and if you're going to do or use anything I probably show here. So this little segment here, there are two illustrations in this video, just so you guys know. I did two full illustrations, well, almost full illustrations, and this is one of them. This is the phrase of the month that I always do, like a phrase cover. And I decided to go with a never give up, which is actually pretty cute. I kind of got this idea from Pinterest. I was looking for phrases and this one popped up, so I decided to make it very Halloween-y and add some little ghost kitties and potion bottles like you guys are seeing right now me using. And there is also some bats. Tiny little mushrooms that it's kind of only if you really pay attention, like, you will actually see them. And also a little vampire teeth, like with their mouth open. It's actually really cute. And also I had to put loads of sparkles. You can see the little sparkles over there, and I'm not gonna lie, I really love the little ghost kitties that I put on this page. They were so fun and so cute. Right now I'm just coloring in a couple of the bats, and I really got inspired to do a lot this month with this Halloween theme that I went for. I think I only did like the Halloween theme in 2021 for my bullet journal, and it was just like very simple. I think I also drew like a little witch on it. So I'm gonna see if I find it and try to remember and put it on the screen for you guys to see. But it was still a fun time, and I was really getting into bullet journaling back then, and I did something simple enough. And on this one I'm actually going a little bit out there, and just so you guys know, if you're here until now, these two illustrations that these are practically illustrations. I am actually going to be putting them in a line art form, which I'm going to show you guys right now. And they are going to be available for my Patreon. So you guys have a little fun coloring page for you guys for this month of October. So if you guys want to have a cover and you don't know what to do, I am literally putting it out there on my Patreon. So if you guys would like to become my Patreon, you guys can get these two awesome little illustrations that I did. Right now I am now coloring in my little witch. I kind of took my time with her when I was doing this, because since it was going to be a fuller illustration, and I kind of had this really fun, crazy idea where I wanted her to be like standing, like she's walking towards the cauldron, or maybe at first I wanted her to be walking towards the cauldron, but then I decided to literally just have it there, and she's literally walking along with it and just getting all the ingredients, but they're actually like coming around with her using her powers and everything. I actually really enjoyed that, thinking about like making this and how it would be really cute just to see her working and all these things flying around. So I kind of decided to take some leaves and just add them there as well, and with a lot of sparkles. And I like to use that as in, like, she's using her powers, like mostly where the sparkles are, it's mostly like literally showing like her using her powers. And I thought it was really sweet to go on with this this whole theme that she's literally just like cooking something up. And in the corner on the shelves, you can see like there's a whole bunch of potions, and there's a love potion. There is actually a potion that you can't really see, but it's in the green bottle, and it's actually like a poison bottle because it has like a vampire skull on it, and the skull on the shelf is actually a vampire skull. I really went all out with like the skulls on this illustration. Well, for my journal. I actually wanted to add some skulls, but I didn't really want to just like add human skulls because it's a human skull. So I decided to add some vampire skulls. And speaking of vampire skulls, if you guys don't know, I have an online store, and on my online store I have a skull, which is a vampire skull, but it's a skull candle sticker. So if you guys are into that, you guys can actually get it as well. But getting back into the illustration, I literally just took my time and went in, and I do love mixed media, especially when it comes to markers and colored pencils. I think using the markers and the colored pencils is something that is actually really interesting for me. So I decided to do that. Right now, I'm just gonna be gluing the covers into my journal. So now we are going into the monthly view of this bullet journal, and I added more bats. And also I kind of wanted to do that little, I don't know, it would be like a little window that you use in the bullet journal. I don't really know what it's called, I'm sorry. But I really wanted to redo that because I did it this month, but I didn't do it properly. In my head, I didn't do it properly. So I decided to try it again, and this time I really liked it because I did a whole bunch of little doodles on the side, very Halloween-y. There are pumpkins and little ghosts with little leaves and a cat, a witch hat, you know, and lots of candy because it's Halloween. I do have another ghost cat on this page as well, and it's actually pretty fun to do. I know that I didn't really add in like my ghost stickers or my little candle stickers because I actually want to do that for my upcoming spreads. So I do have my Halloween skull candle, like I said to you guys, and I actually do intend on using it, but on my spreads. I don't really show them on this one because I was actually just focusing on like drawing and doing the doodles and making sure this video was actually coming out like pretty cool, so I didn't really think about it at that time. I only thought about it afterwards, and then I was kind of like, you know what, it's cool, I get to still use them on my spreads, especially if I don't feel like doing another doodle on my spread. I do have my cat with my little pumpkin that literally says Meowloween. I am going to put it up on screen for you guys to see. And I also have my skull candle, and normally if I do draw any skulls, I will definitely be drawing them as vampire skulls because I think it's better and very like different, because normally when people draw anything they'll just draw a normal human cranium, and that's kind of not what I wanted. I actually wanted a vampire one because it kind of goes in with the theme and the what I wanted for my bullet journal, because it's kind of weird because I did come up with a little story for the why I have like so many like vampire skulls in it, because it's mostly from like the little witch, and she technically has the skulls because she is sucking the vitality out of them, mostly the vampire fortune. So I really wanted that, and I really enjoyed just sitting around and doodling this. I did take 2 days to do this journal, because on the first time I sat down to actually record, I did like 2 full illustrations, and it still takes a toll on me. Like if I am not recording my illustrations, it doesn't. But since I was actually recording this, it kind of became a little bit heavier. I don't know why that happens. That also happens to me while I'm like on The Sims as well. But I don't know why. Like I can build a house like super fast when I'm not recording and just playing for fun. But then the minute I am recording and building, I take forever. I don't really know why that happens. But moving on back to my bullet journal. Here I'm just coloring in all the candy and all the little doodles on the side. I do make some cuts because there are a lot of doodles, and I kind of show them off a little bit better. I don't know what happens when I was there on the other side when I turn this page. I really did enjoy this monthly view of this journal. I didn't really add in the days of the week. I didn't really add in like all the days of the month here. I do intend on doing that later on, not on camera, just when I actually sit down to put in all my goals and everything I have to do for this month, because I am going to start actually adding dates for when I want stuff completed and when they're going in. And the only things that I actually mark down, as you can see, like all the Sundays, the Tuesdays, and the Thursdays are actually circled off. And that is literally for the fact that those are normally the days that I post. Sundays I post my videos here, and Tuesdays and Thursdays I post my Sims videos up on my other channel, which is just for my Sims videos. So if you guys like The Sims, there is a link also in the description for you guys to go check that out. Here I'm just finishing coloring in this adorable little ghost kitty. I just had to go with the ghost kitties everywhere. So now we're getting into my habit tracker, which is actually going very well. I am remembering to track my habits. So this way of tracking my habits for me works best. It is an extra spread for me to like draw in, especially now that I also added my playlist, but I rather have it like this than how I was using it before, because I wasn't tracking practically anything, and now I am. I think the only thing that I didn't add here was the name of the things that I'm tracking, but it's the same old things that I added in like for my last video as well. And here I also decided to do some pretty little vampire scully flowers. I thought that was so cute, and I wanted it to very much be cute little flowers. And also I added sparkles because why not? Here I'm just doing all the little boxes for my habits. I do add in all the numbers later on, but here I'm just doing little boxes for all of my habits. I think there are like 6. Are there 6 boxes? Or are there 8? I think there are 8 boxes. And those are exactly the amount of habits that I have. Some habits I am trying my best to actually do them, but since I do remember to track most of them down, I think it has been very productive on the other ones that I was technically not actually tracking. So this actually helped a lot. As I said, here I'm just adding all of the numbers for the days of the week. This time I did not actually add like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I just wanted to change it up a little bit. And since I normally also add what I'm actually doing on my normal spreads, I actually didn't mind that much. Right now I am on my playlist spread, which I'm going to tell you is actually pretty fun to do because I like listening to music a lot. So I'm not a TV person, but I am a very music person. So I love this spread that I added in, and I added one spread I didn't add one spread for each one, but like one line is for one song for each week. So I normally put in 5 because I'm not mistaken, October has 5 weeks, and probably November, I think I'll probably count down how many weeks there are and I'll add it. And I always like to do this because there's always a song throughout the week that I get literally obsessed with, and for this week's obsessive song is actually Obsessed by Mariah Carey. I have that song in my head. I don't know if it's because she's on tour and she actually came to Brazil, and it was just it just got into my head and I can't stop singing it. Half the time I'm just singing the song, and I've literally been playing it a lot. So, and it's in my playlist, so that is the fun part of it. So I like to track also the songs that I'm listening to. That's literally why I did it. Here on the side, I am actually adding a little bit of the doodles that I also added on the other page, but this time I zoomed in a little bit more so you guys can see what they are. I did add a couple of them that I already did there, like the potion. I just made it a little bit different. I added other things, I added more ghosts to the side than I did on the other side. On the other side I had 2 pumpkins on the side. I went with 2 little ghosties, and on the other side I didn't have a skull, and on this side I did. So I still kept it with the theme, and I drew this giant pumpkin, though I'm not gonna lie, it does remind me of those pumpkins from Over the Hedge, and that is an actually very good animation. I definitely should rewatch it next month. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna rewatch it. I really love that movie. It's really good. Well, it was like a part animation on Cartoon Network when I watched it, but normally when I actually see it again, they actually just... No, I'm sorry, not Over the Hedge, it's Over the Garden Wall. Oh my god, what? It's a completely different movie. But no, it's Over the Garden Wall. And I'll just put up the picture so I don't make a mistake again. And this animation is so good. I fell in love with it. I just love it so much. I'm actually considering doing a fan art of it. That's how much I really enjoy this animation, and I just love the story. It was just incredible. And this is the kind of animations that I really enjoy watching, with a lot of mystery and character growth, and I just love animation in general. I think this is one of the reasons until today I am just like obsessed with it. And no, I actually did grow up watching a lot of cartoons, and I was always like inspired by worlds and mystical things and all that stuff. So it's okay if you guys are old enough or you don't think you're old enough to be watching this, you still can watch that. So now we're into the budget trackers. This month's budget tracker I did a little bit differently. As you guys can see, I went overboard on this one, and I love this spread so much. I enjoyed doing the spread a little too much. I did add like these little potions and these little bottles, and also like this little bottle with another vampire skull, because I had to go into the theme, as I literally said. And I really enjoyed like doing these little potion bottles, because on both of them it literally just says vampire fortune. So I kind of like to think like, okay, like this little witch like got all the vampire fortune, and she threw it and spread it across these spreads. So I kind of did this with like a little story in mind, as I said. So don't mind me if I start fangirling over stuff that I'm creating. It's good to love the things you're doing. But right now, as I've been doing on the other spreads, I've just literally been highlighting and doing all the line work for the trackers, because I find it easier to just put all of the line work down and then just erase everything and then color in page by page, because sometimes it can be very discouraging to do one page and then erase, color in, and then go to the other page, erase, color. No, just do the line art for the entire page and get on with it. That's kind of how I like to kind of do my work. I don't really like, I don't know, I just think it's something that I kind of like doing. I don't really like going overboard or trying to just do one page at a time. I have done that once, and it was kind of torturous to me, so I just decided to do it the way I normally like doing it, and hopefully I keep reminding myself that just do it the way you like doing it, because it will be less of a hassle for you. Now I'm just coloring in my journal, and this part was pretty fun because I normally do all of these like with a black, or sometimes I will add a different color, especially like with my highlighters or something. But on this one I just went in with some red and I really made it pop. I colored in all of the little bottles, and I will have the little cork on the side with the vampire fortune like open. I just thought it was so cute. I'm not gonna lie, I might turn these into stickers because they're really cute and I just love them. So now I'm just getting everything done on the other side. I did do like little lollipops on the other side. I was gonna add in candy, like a little bit more, some candies and stuff, but I was I was just like, no, don't ruin it. This already looks too cute. Just leave it with the lollipops and everything will go fine. Here I'm just finishing off the spread by adding some colorful little lines, and since it's October I decided to use orange because it's a theme. So now we're into my brain dump. And with the little sign of the bell, if you guys have been watching so far, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can watch more of my videos. And my little brain dump is something I really enjoy doing because when I have too much in my head, this is where I come to unclutter it. If it's ideas, if it's thought bubbles, and as I said on my last video, well, actually my last bullet journal video, this is normally where I sit down to write if I have any book ideas or something like that, because when it comes to content ideas, I already have a place for that in this bullet journal, which I did when I set it up. I actually do have a video of me setting this journal up, and I will try to put that either in the description or in the cards. I hope I remember. But here I'm just finishing off by coloring in the little skulls. It was just a simple spread just to make it pop. And now we are on the last spread of this video, which is my first weekly spread. I did a little doodle of this it was supposed to be the same little witch girl from the cover, and she's holding some little tarot cards. I didn't really put in like details into the cards, mostly because it would be like really tiny, so I just like to imagine that like she has like the cards and she's looking at them and kind of having like this moment and reading it. So I kind of went with that. I'm just adding in the little calendar because I really like to add my calendars. I might be going back to making sticker calendars again, maybe for October is like in 3 days. Maybe when this video comes out it's in 2, but maybe in November. I don't know. I'll have to plan things out. Hopefully I make it this time. And I did go with the theme as well of adding that little vampire skull as well, because I wanted it to be fun and dandy. So there is always a little vampire skull everywhere, and that's why I said for the next spread I will definitely be adding my little skull candle as well. Here I did take my red colored pencil and I just added a line through it, so I separate all the important things. So I do all the important things first, and if it's something least important I can do it later, or I could just, I did do it today, it wasn't that important, I can just throw it to the next day. Here I'm just coloring in my little witch, and I kind of did it very basically. I really just wanted to keep it literally as a doodle, just to keep it cute and fun, and just to have like something in the corner to actually be there. So I actually enjoyed doing her. I don't know, I might get this little illustration and I might turn it into a sticker as well because I thought she was so cute. So I'll probably like render her properly. If I do that, I will definitely be showing it to you guys here as well. But yeah, this is literally my spread and my setup for October. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Thank you so much for being here, and yeah, have a great day, week, month, year, whenever you're watching this. Bye guys.